Chartemis, rhyme. Chartemis, rhyme. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shits. Subscribe.
Come on, dude, for real? I mean, hey, what's up, you guys? Chartemis Prime here doing another Marvel Legends toy review on the Marvel Legends 2013 Wave 1, or the Hit Monkey Wave, or the Return of Marvel Legends Wave 4 Wave, Ultimate Captain America, and it is a pretty cool figure. But first I must say thank you to my friend Swift. Thank you so much, Swift, for hooking me up with this figure, and also hooking me up with the Marvel Legends X-Force Wolverine. I actually needed just one of the new figures to put into my Marvel Legends Collector documentary video, which should be coming soon, and he sent me both of these, two of these per box, and he just decided to just give them up to me and donate to the cause, and I am very grateful, dude. Thank you so much. You relieved so much stress for me. You really did. This figure right here, I like it. It's not a great figure, definitely not a must get if you've been a long time Marvel Legends collector, because if you are a long time Marvel Legends collector and you own this guy right here, why do you need this? Seriously. And for me, I mean, this is more like the post Jeff Loeb, or Jeff Loeb and whatever. This is like the Mark Millar version, and this is like the Jeff Loeb version, I guess. I think this is actually after Loeb's run, after he took a big fat steaming turd over the Ultimates line. But I just like this one so much more. So if I get the legs a little closer here, you can get a better size comparison. See, the legs are kind of spread about the same, and it's not a bad height. This guy's crunched a little bit forward. I think the Hasbro one is maybe just a little bit taller. They are very close in height, but you know, one thing for sure is this guy's got a huge head, man. Look at that. I guess this guy's head kind of looks small, so I guess, you know, if they went in between there. I like the head sculpt of this guy. I like that you could see his yellow eyebrows in there. That's a trip. I like the wrinkles on the head mask. I think that came out nice. Paint apps aren't too bad. I like the darker skin tone that they've been using lately, so I think this looks pretty good. Not a bad Ultimate Captain America. The head sculpt is very familiar, though. I mean, it really is the same thing as the Steve Rogers head sculpt. They just sculpted a mask right over it, which is pretty cool, even though they're not in the same continuity at all. And they do both have the Punisher mold from the Toy Biz 2-pack, or the Shield Agent, you know, that they'd use later on. But it is the same head sculpt. It looks like they had taken out, actually, some of those weird wrinkles that we saw on the Commander Steve Rogers. So they did touch things up. Like, for instance, on the Steve Rogers right over here, you could see, like, under his eyes there's those two lines, and like under, like, above his mouth and on the sides of his nose, like, those lines aren't there anymore. So they did clean stuff up on this figure, which I have to commend Hasbro for that. I always like seeing works of improvement. I appreciate it. There's not a whole lot of shading on the body of this figure itself. Most of the shading is actually in his vest, which came out very nice. I like that a lot. You got silver buckles there. You have this nice wash going on in there. Very clean. I'll show the back of it more, where there's even more detail. The arms and the chest are solid blue. You have white right here with the blue coming through there just a little bit. See, but it's, you know, it's not the absolute worst. And then there's the gray, and then there's a very slight shading on the gloves and the boots on this guy. It looks like it's just a solid color red, but it is shaded just a little bit. There's his hip holster dealy. No shading on the gray areas. They added a gun holster here that doesn't have a removable gun. What the hell is up with that? That pisses me off, man. You cannot take the gun out. That is so stupid to me. Why would you do that? That is so dumb. I know I shouldn't get too mad because we're just talking action figures here. Everyone's here to have a good time. But why the fuck are you gonna put a gun that cannot come out of the holster? That is just totally retarded to me. I just don't get it, especially if you have a hand over here where he could hold a gun, and I just don't get it, and it's just so flat. It just doesn't make sense to me. It really pisses me off. I just think it's really bad decision right here. He had some smart moves on the figure, and then you go out, that stupid piece of shit right there. That really just, well, whatever. I do like the nice boots that they gave on him. I think the boots are very cool. Nice treads right there, and he has whole pegs at the bottom of his feet. I just feel bummed out now. It's like I started the review all stoked and everything. You know, I thought the figure's doing all right and stuff, and then I was like, oh yeah, that stupid gun! Damn it. It just sucks. And you have a stupid knife that doesn't come out over there. But I really like these, you know, it looks like tear gas over there. I think the back of this came out really nice. You have a hole so you could put display stand in there, and they did add the hole in the vest so you can keep that going too. So that was good. Another thing is that they did step it up on the shield. The shield looks pretty damn nice. I didn't have a problem with this one. I actually thought this was cool. This is the same exact shield that came with Bucky Cap as well, but this is much shinier, cooler blue paint, cooler red paint over here. I mean, it's just a nicer shield overall. The inside they painted better too. This is just the red plastic, but they actually have silver going on right here on the inside, which I think is a little bit better. And as you can see, they're the same exact size. And if you're not familiar with this shield already, it has this function right here where you have the clip like that, and it just goes onto his wrist like so. Very easy, and you could rotate it around, or you can flip it this way and put it in his hand, and for certain poses you could do that too, you know what I mean, for depending on what you want to do. And you could, of course, what it's meant for really is to stick it in the back of the figure, so you can have Cap, you know, having a shield in his back, which looks pretty cool. This is very nice. I mean, one thing I wanted to see, you know, when I'd gotten the figure was how he looked with his vest off, and it isn't easy to take off. It's a pretty stiff vest, which I guess is a good which I guess is a good thing because you don't want it to tear on you. But it's actually not that hard. Here it goes, and then here's the vest. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the paint detail going on the inside too. Just overall, really like the texturing of this thing. Really like the paint detail on this a lot. This is like Toy Biz quality right here. I have to give them that. They really did nail it with this vest. And there he is with no vest. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like it as much, I guess. I thought it was alright at first. One thing that really stands out a lot is the lack of a star on his shoulder over here. That is a bummer. They were able to do it on the Toy Biz version. Like I said before, Toy Biz version is much better, but also much more expensive. But yeah, you could really see, I mean, it's not like the shoulder was covered up earlier or anything when he had the vest on. I'm just saying you notice it more without the vest on. He looks so much more bare, so you're just better off keeping the vest on there. And while we have the vest off, we might as well show off the articulation. The head moves all the way up, and it moves down, and it moves side to side, and you could pop the head off quite easily, by the way. What everybody wants to do is take this head right here and snap it on there, so he has a maskless version, which is pretty cool. I think this is nice. Actually, it looks a lot better with the vest on there. This is a very nice look. Anyway, his shoulders move up, forward, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. His wrist moves side to side. No hinge at the wrist, so you can't move it up and down or anything. That's a bit of a bummer. Not a huge deal, but it still kind of sucks. He has a good ab joint. Moves forward and back. Love the ab crunch. He has a waist joint. Love the waist joint. He has the wide joints right here at the hips, so you have to move forward and then rotate to move out. He has the upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, rotation at the boot, ankle moves down, ankle moves up, and he has the beautiful ankle pivot. It's like, man, thank you. It's like a prayer has been answered that this is on so many Hasbro figures nowadays. I absolutely love it. So one thing I really like what Hasbro did is that they did not have a Hit Monkey Build-A-Figure piece come with him. So if you really don't want to get the guy because you have the Toy Biz one, it's an easy pass. At the same time, if you're a completist or you just want a really cool figure, go ahead and get it. So I really like that they gave you that option. I think it's a cool figure. I like it. Not a great figure, but not terrible at the same time. So I don't know. It's up to you. Decide it. I mean, this could be the shelf warmer for when it's released in retail. So yeah, thanks again, Swift. Thank you so much, man. You really helped me out a lot here, dude. And I hope you guys like my review. I will catch you later. Peace.
Crispy.
You take this head and go ahead and put it on your Commander Steve Rogers, which is what everybody wants.